You train hard, you watch tutorials, you do the cone drills, but when game day comes, you still feel average. Still getting outrun, still losing the ball, still wondering why some guys just look like they belong and you don't. Here's the truth nobody tells you. It's not your skill holding you back. It's not your confidence. It's not your talent. It's the systems in your body that you've never trained. Systems that separate the guys who start from the guys who warm the bench. I'm going to show you 5 upgrades, not drills, not motivation, physiological upgrades that will pull you out of average and make you the most underrated player on your pitch within 2 weeks. Upgrade 1. Fascial loading. You've been told to strengthen muscles. That's half the story. Your fascia, the web of connective tissue wrapping every muscle, every bone, every organ, that's where athleticism lives. When your fascia is dead, you feel heavy, slow, stuck in mud. When it's alive, you feel springy, bouncy, like the ground pushes you forward instead of holding you back. Here's the fix. 5 minutes a day. Barefoot if possible. Jumping jacks, skip ropes, pogo jumps, small, bouncy movements. Not high intensity, high frequency. You're waking up the springs in your feet and calves. Do this before every training session, and within days, you'll feel lighter, faster, more connected to the ground. Most players ignore this because it looks too simple. That's why it works. That's why you're still average if you skip it. Upgrade 2. Isometric holds. Strength training for football is usually about moving weight, lifting, squatting, pushing. But in a match, most of your strength is spent holding positions, shielding the ball, holding off a defender, breaking before a cut. Isometrics train that. Wall sits, planks, single leg balances where you hold tension without moving. 15 seconds max effort, 5 reps, done. This builds stability in the exact ranges your body uses in a match. You'll feel harder to knock off the ball within a week. Not because you got bigger, because your nervous system learned to lock in. Average players get pushed off. You won't. Upgrade 3. Plyometric stiffness. Most players do plyometrics wrong. They jump for height. They land soft. That's useless for football. In a game, you don't have time to load up. You need instant explosion from a dead stop. That's called stiffness. The ability to absorb force and release it immediately without losing energy. The drill. Bounce jumps. Not squatting down and jumping, just ankles. Small, fast rebounds. Think of the ground as hot. You want to touch it and leave immediately. 20 reps, 3 sets, before any explosive work. This teaches your body to stop wasting energy. Every step becomes sharper. Every cut becomes violent. Average players lumber. You'll explode. Upgrade 4. Peripheral cognitive loading. You've heard you need to scan. Everyone says scan. But scanning is useless if your brain can't process what you see while your body is moving. Here's the secret. While you do any drill, juggling, dribbling, even warming up, force yourself to track something in your peripheral vision. A tree, a teammate walking by, a cone behind you. Keep it in your sight while your feet work. This overloads your brain. At first, your touches will suffer. Good. That's your brain building new pathways. Within 2 weeks, you'll keep your head up without thinking. You'll see pressure coming before it arrives. That's not talent. That's training. and it's what separates the average from the unstoppable. Upgrade 5. Parasympathetic recovery. Here's where you're probably destroying your own progress. After training, what do? Phone, social media, loud music, stimulation. Your nervous system stays in fight mode, never fully recovers. The best players understand something most don't. Recovery is not passive, it's active. After your next session, find a quiet spot. 5 minutes, eyes closed, breathe slowly. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. That's it. This switches your nervous system from fight mode to repair mode. You absorb the training instead of fighting it. You wake up sharper instead of sorer. Within a month, you'll recover between games faster than anyone on your team. While they're still dragging, you're ready to dominate. These 5 upgrades form a system. Fascial loading for spring, Isometrics for stability, Plyometric stiffness for explosion, Peripheral loading for awareness, Parasympathetic recovery for adaptation. Most players do none of this. They run, they shoot, they go home. They wonder why they plateau. They stay average. You now have 2 options. Watch this, feel like you learned something, and do nothing. That's the road to staying average. Or take the 2-week average killer challenge.
Here's what that means. For the next 14 days, 5 minutes of fascial work before every session. Bounces, skips, pogo jumps. 1 isometric hold daily. Wall sit, plank, single leg balance. 3 sets of bounce jumps before explosive work. Peripheral tracking during every drill. 5 minutes of quiet breathing after every training. Do this for 2 weeks and you will feel different. Lighter, sharper, harder to knock off the ball. Not because you discovered some magic pill, because you started training the systems everyone else ignores. The systems that keep them average. If you're actually going to do it, comment "kill average" below. I want to see who's serious about leaving average behind. Go become the player they don't see coming.